Hi guys, today's review is on a new release, the Marylebone GM. And I still have the blue film on the feet. I'm trying to protect it a little longer. So start with the dimensions. At the bottom of the bag, it's 12.5. At the widest part of the bag, it's 16.5. And up at the top, it's 12.5. The height is 11.5. And the depth is 6.5. Now Louis Vuitton's measurement on the website is 19.7 in width, but the only way you can get that is if you flatten the bag out completely like this, which nobody wears that. So check out for the official dimensions on lv.com, but those are the measurements as the bag sits as you would normally wear it. It's comparable in size to the Neverfull MM, and I'll do a side-by-side comparison in just a minute. It does have 2 snaps on each side so you can change the shape of the bag. The hardware to hold the handles is brass, and one of the handles has Louis Vuitton on the side, and I'll show you that in up close in a minute. The interior is microfiber brown. It's the softest microfiber I've ever felt. It's not like the artsy, it's much softer. There's one large zip pocket on this side. It's 9.5 inches wide by 6 inches deep. And on the opposite side is what Louis Vuitton calls their BB pockets. 2 pockets side by side. They're patch pockets, 4.5 by 4.5. So let me show you some close-ups of the bag. Louis Vuitton is only imprinted on one handle on the side. The rest of the sides are smooth brass on all the other handles. I'll show you the feet. The feet are also imprinted with Louis Vuitton. The bottom of the bag has an extra canvas piece attached. It's not rigid, it is flexible, but it does give it a little extra structure. The canvas. Your snaps on the side. And the seams. Let me show you the interior. The interior of the bag, it's brown microfiber, very soft and smooth. The closing system is similar to the Neverfull. And there's the 2 patch pockets. Let me flip it around. The zipper on the pocket. And the made-in stamp. So let me show you what it looks like compared to the Neverfull MM. The Neverfull MM on the right and the Marylebone GM on the left. Very similar in size. In fact, the MM is a little bit wider than the GM of Marylebone. Let me show you the sides. Comparable in depth. And let me show you the bottom. And the bottoms. Let me show you the interior filled with items. The strap on the right is the Neverfull MM. It's double stitched, and the strap on the left is the Marylebone GM. So they're comparable in width and also thickness. Items in the Marylebone GM. A full-size zippy wallet will fit in the pocket. So you could either do it in the pocket or you can put it down in the body of the bag. Let me show you what the same items look like in the Neverfull MM. Items in the Neverfull MM. The zippy wallet will fit in the pocket. You just have to do a little more turning to get it in here. It doesn't go in quite as easily as it does in the Marylebone, but it definitely fits. And you can still see plenty of room in this bag. Okay, modeling shots. Modeling shots with the Neverfull MM. I'm 5'4". See the strap drop. You can reach into the Neverfull and get out items while it's on your shoulder. Depends on, how long your arms are, but I find it easy to get in and out of. With the Marylebone GM, I'm 5'4". This is with the snaps undone and fully opened up, more like the Neverfull. Let me snap it and show you what it looks like. With the snaps done and more of a rounded shape at the bottom. If any of you remember the vellum, it has that kind of shape to it. And let me unsnap it and square it up. This is with it snapped and the bottom tucked in, more square rectangular shape. Now I will say that what I've noticed is if you'll see how this kind of bows out, you can attach the clip in here, but it doesn't completely solve that problem. This is with the clip attached. You see you still get a little bit of bowing, and I'll explain that in just a minute. But it doesn't really bother me because this is where my arm usually rests, so it keeps it from bowing out too much, but it is noticeable. You can see here in a close-up how when you pick up the bag, this part bows. Now, if you clip it, it kind of keeps it from doing it as much. But part of the problem is the clip is too far down. If Louis Vuitton designers had put it just this far up, it would have kept it from doing it. Now, the reason it does that, I think, is because these handles should have been about 1 inch in on both sides, more of the spacing of the Neverfull, and then it wouldn't do this. But even so, it doesn't really bother me, but something to be aware of. The Marylebone GM is not in full release yet. You can get it in the bigger LV stores. The smaller stores don't have it quite yet, and I understand in Canada it's not quite out yet. March is their due date, I think. On the website it is available. The item number, N41214. It comes in 2 sizes, the GM, which I just showed you, and the PM. And to be honest with you, I didn't even try on the PM because I tried the GM on first and it fit perfectly, so I didn't even bother to look at the PM, but it does come in a smaller size. So that's my review. It's very comparable to the Neverfull MM. The Neverfull MM is about a little more than half the price of the Marylebone GM. And this is pre-price increase, which is due for tomorrow, February 18th. So something to consider. That's my review. I have another review coming up on another new bag, a new release, so stay tuned for that. Thanks. Have a wonderful week. Bye.